Hi everyone, this is Alex with BIMitUp. Today I'm going to show you how to size sanitary lines using the Florida Building Code, which is based on the International Building Code. For that we're going to use a couple of examples, and I'm going to show you how to navigate the different tables, and I'm going to give you a couple of professional tips along the way. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you there. Hi everyone, this is Alex with BIMitUp, where we help you with professional training and coaching in mechanical, electrical, plumbing, fire protection systems, and Autodesk platforms like Revit and AutoCAD MEP. Let's get started. Okay, so how do we calculate our sanitary line sizes using the International Building Code? What I have on this PDF is a little sketch that shows different type of sanitary lines. You have your horizontal branches, which are highlighted in green. You have your vertical or stack, which is composed of branch intervals, right? Highlighted in blue here. And to the left, I have a little highlight in pink. And then you have your building main highlighted here in yellow, right? And then what we have here to the right are the two main tables from the International Building Code. In this particular case, is the Florida Building Code that are to be used to size the sanitary lines. So the one on the right is for the horizontal fixture branches and stacks, right? So for this guys and this guys. And then the one on the left is for your building drains and sewer, which are these guys here, okay? And then what you have on the top are three different examples that are going to be very helpful. So for example, this branch here is carrying 70 drain fixture units, and I can size it as a 4-inch because if I come here to my table, anything that is over 20 has to jump to 4 inches, and 4 inches is able to carry all the way to 160 drain fixture units, right? So here, this is less than 160, so it can be 4 inches. This is also less than 160, so it can be 4 inches as well. Same thing with this one, less than 160. This one as well. This was 150. This is right there, but it's still okay with a 4-inch. This one here is 180. So this one should jump to a 5-inch, but since we typically don't have 5 inches commercially available, we'll jump to a 6-inch. So if you come here, you see this is 160. So you would have to jump to the next one, right, to 5 inches. But since we don't use this, we would go with a 6-inch. All right, so that's as far as the horizontal branches. Now let's size our vertical lines or stacks. So we notice that this is highlighted in blue, right? And this is highlighted in blue because this is a stack that is greater than 3 branch intervals. You see it? Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, which is more than 3. That's what we go with our blue column. So this is carrying 70 drain fixture units. So I should be able to size as per this column with a 3-inch, right? Because this allows me up to 72 drain fixture units, and I only have 70. But you also need to be mindful of this column here, which is the total discharge into one branch interval. So again, the branch interval is this, right? And that's why we place these orange dots here, because whatever is going to be connecting here, we need to be sure that we're able to admit it. So if we go to that column with 70 drain fixture units, right, we would have to jump to a 4-inch, right? So 4-inch is the minimum required there, 4-inch. So this could go with a 4-inch. However, I'm placing it as a 6-inch because my reviewers always like to see the stack the same size, okay? In this particular section here, we're running 160 drain fixture units. So with 160, if we go down here, 160 would be a 4-inch. However, two things. Remember, we have a maximum discharge of 90, so we're okay here, 90. But we're already coming with a 6-inch from here. So this one here should also be 6-inch because we cannot reduce in the direction of flow. Okay, so this one's carrying 280. So 280 is still okay with a 4-inch, but we know we cannot reduce, so we're still at 6-inch. So now we keep going down. So this is 280, 370. All that is good, right? Because we have a 6-inch, so we can carry all the way up to 1900, right? So as long as we don't pass 1900, we should be fine. Also, always keeping in mind the total discharge into the branch interval. So we're good here. 370, we're okay with a 6-inch. Now we go, this piece has to be considered a horizontal branch. So the horizontal branch at 370 drain fixture units is still okay with a 6-inch, so we can keep going. 6-inch, 6-inch, 520, 700, 890. So we said that we are okay all the way up to 1900. So we can keep going all the way down until we have 1250. That still can be a 6-inch. And now we turn horizontally into a building main, right? This is a building drain. Anything that is coming out of the building is considered a building drain, or any pipe that is connected to a building drain. We're going to size with this other table, building drains and sewers. So in this case, we have 1250 drain fixture units. So 1250 drain fixture units at 1/8 of an inch per foot will require an 8-inch, right? So that's why we're sizing this as an 8-inch. Now think about it, it makes sense. If you like this kind of content, you can subscribe to the channel. If you click that bell, you get notifications and then you don't miss any of our new videos. And if you're serious about your professional training, go ahead and visit us at BIMitUp.com, and there you can contact me directly for some professional training. Now let's go with this other example, right? So the lines in green are horizontal branches. They're sized the same way we have been doing it. So we are okay with a 4-inch all the way to 160. So this can be a 4-inch, this can be a 4-inch, this can be a 4-inch, this can be a 4-inch. This one cannot be a 4-inch, so it has to jump to 5 inches. But since we don't use 5 inches, we go with a 6-inch, right? This one here also 6 inches. This is okay with 4 inches because less than 160. And then this one has to be 6 inches because it's more than 160, right? So we're okay with our horizontal branches. And then this one here is 230. So 230 is more than 160, so it has to be 6-inch, right? So we already have this one at 6-inch. Now let's go with our vertical. In this case, we have 1, 2, 3 branch intervals. And that's why we come here into the column that says total for stack of 3 branch intervals or less. So we're 3 branch intervals, so we know that we're okay with a 4-inch all the way to 240, right? As long as the total discharge into the branch is compliant. So remember this number here, 90, right? So this one here has 70, so we're okay with a 4-inch, right? This one here is 90, so we're right there with a 4-inch. Now the vertical portion at 160 drain fixture units, we're still under 500, so we're okay with a 4-inch. So we keep going like this. This is a 4-inch, so that's fine. Now we turn horizontally, and as we saw, we would need a 6-inch for this horizontal branch or runoff, right? So that's why we turn to a 6-inch. And now, even if we could handle this with a 4-inch as per this column, right? Because you can accept all the way up to 500 and you only have 380. Two things are limiting your pipe size, right? First, the admission of the horizontal branch, because you have 150, and the maximum that you can accept into one branch interval is 90 with a 4-inch. So you have to jump to the 6-inch, right? So that's one thing that makes this a 6-inch, but also you're coming from this line with a 6-inch, so you cannot reduce in the direction of flow. So this one's still a 6-inch, now at 560 drain fixture units. So this one's already jumping to a 6-inch even from this column, right? So 6 inches is gonna be able to handle all the way to 1900. So we're okay, as per that column, we're okay all the way up to here, right? We can keep this as a 6-inch. And then the admission of 190, which is the worst case over there, we can handle with a 6-inch here because we can admit all the way to 350. So we're okay all the way here. And then the only thing left is to turn horizontally into our building drain. And then we have 1070, and 1070, according to this table, can be handled with an 8-inch all the way up to 1600. So we're okay with an 8-inch at 1070. And then this example is essentially the same as this one, but the drain fixture units are a lot less, right? You have fewer drain fixture units. And what I'm trying to emphasize here is that even though this pipe here that is carrying 360 drain fixture units, by the table 710.12, which is this one, if I come with 360,
should be able to be handled with a 4-inch, right? So why not use a 4-inch? Well, because you already had here 210 drain fixture units as a runoff or horizontal branch, and 210 requires a 6-inch horizontal. So once you're here at 6-inch, you cannot reduce in the direction of flow, so you have to take it down all the way down here as a 6-inch. But the good thing is that then you can turn horizontally with 360, and you can easily handle that with a 6-inch according to this table here for the building drain. So I hope this clarified for you how to size sanitary drain lines using the International Building Code. If you have any questions, leave me a comment, or if you have any comments, also write them down.